The teacher of finances, and today I'm hopping on here to talk about Wellness Wednesday. I hope you all see my picture. I told you guys a couple days ago I did a handstand for you all. So I shared it with you today. I was super excited about that. But it's Wednesday, and so on Wednesdays, I want to talk about Wellness Wednesday. I came up with a couple things to cover, a couple quick tips. Today, we're going to be talking about does it seem impossible to get a good night's rest? So, does sleeping at night seem impossible? If you're watching this live, if you'll drop me a one in the comments. If you catch this after the live stream is over, if you'll drop me a two in the comments. Um, so this topic I had planned out last week, but it's totally relevant because of the fact that I'm so tired today. And the reason why I am so tired today is because of the fact that I didn't go to bed on time. And I've changed my routines for my vision this year. And part of that is getting back into health and fitness and being on top of my workouts and doing all those things that I want for myself and my family and my life. And so I've been getting up at about 5 or 5:30 every morning, and it is catching up with me. So just being 100% honest. But to jump into it real quick, I have came up with I think four different topics. I don't even know right now. I have a list of them that I'm going to keep myself on track. But maintaining healthy sleep routines helps you stay awake, helps you stay alert, and of course it's healthy. It's good for you. It's good for your body. So sleep enables the body to repair and be fit and ready for another day. So I wanted to talk about a couple things to avoid when it comes to going to bed at night and to help you get a better night's rest. So the first one is the obvious, and okay, I'm guilty. I'm going to tell you all the ones I'm guilty about every time I come across one, and there's a bunch of them. So if you're guilty of any of these, put guilty in the comments for me. So I'm guilty of caffeine. I tend to drink caffeine until about probably 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the daytime. I make my coffee in the morning, and I have this nice little lid that I can close down on it so it keeps it warm and hot majority of the day. So avoid caffeine drinks in the afternoon. So tea, coffee, soda, energy drinks, chocolate, those things, of course, they add sugar into our bodies and they have sugar in the caffeine. They cause us to give us energy, which makes it hard to go to sleep at night. Also, avoid large meals 2 to 3 hours before bed. So if you're hungry, try eating some sort of a snack that's more like a protein or something that's got complex carbs in it, just because that way you're not getting all that extra energy and you're not feeling like you're jittery and don't want to go to sleep. Okay, this one right here, wine. I'm not really guilty of it anymore, but I used to be guilty of it. Wine makes you feel like, oh, I have to have my glass of wine before I go to bed. It helps me sleep at night. Right. So it may help you fall asleep. Sorry, got a phone call. Jen and I were literally just talking about getting a phone call in the middle of a live. But let me see, make sure my Instagram didn't kick me off. Nope, I'm good. Okay. So, anyways, wine. Wine will help you fall asleep, but you're likely not going to get a full night's rest. And you're going to be restless, or you're going to wake up before it's, too early for you to wake up. Over the counter medicines. So they're always really good to help you go to sleep quickly, like melatonin or any of the PM medications that they have out there now. But what happens is your body builds up a tolerance for it, and once you get that tolerance, then it doesn't really work as well anymore. So just try to avoid, building that habit. Now, don't get me wrong. Every now and then I will take a melatonin, especially if I had too much coffee. I'll just, take a melatonin, and I know that it helps. But if you're doing it all the time, then the chances are you likely are going to not be able to fall asleep like you would when you first started it. Number two, I guess would be my main next topic. I guess it's not number two, but anyways, so avoiding physical activity right before bed. So working out is great, but working out right before bed stimulates your energy and your body temperature, which makes it more difficult to fall asleep or to stay asleep. Oh, my phone is dying on Instagram. Sorry. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. But falling asleep makes it a little bit more difficult. The next thing, so stick to a sleep schedule. Come up with a sleep schedule that works. All right. Like create a bedtime routine. Shower, pajamas, brush your teeth, go to bed. Or shower, pajamas, brush your teeth, and read. But come up with a routine and stick with it. And once you have that routine, set it for your whole house. Because if everybody in your house is doing it, then it's easier to keep it in place and easier to follow. A couple tips. Keep noise levels low. Keep your room dark and cool. And I know this is hard for some people, like Kyra. She has to have the TV on at nighttime. Drives me crazy. I can't sleep with the TV on at nighttime, but some people do. But try to keep the noise levels super low and keep the room dark and cool. When your body's hot, you tend to toss and turn because you're uncomfortable. Add white noise, such as a fan, a humidifier, a noise machine. We have a fan that we use in our room. Even if it's cold outside, we have a fan. Turn off anything that gets in the way of sleep. So I was reading about curfews, electronic curfews. Make a curfew for your electronics. At 9 o'clock, we're turning the TV off. At 9 o'clock, we are turning our phones off. We're turning anything electronic off. Put it away. Get it away from you. Make it easy to turn everything off. If you have a pet and you have them in a crate, put them outside of your room so that way they're not making noises and waking you up. Anything that does not wake you up out of that deep sleep. Another thing, use your bed just for sleeping. I don't really have this problem. We use our bed just for sleeping, but I know when I was a single mom and I was going to college and everything, it was really easy for Kyra and I just to hop in my big bed and I would do my homework and stuff and she would pass out. Don't really have that problem anymore. Not guilty of that one, but some people are. So just use it for sleeping. Don't use it for watching TV or anything like that. Use it for simply sleeping. Another thing, set a time for lights off. So just like curfew, at this time we're turning the lights off and we are going to bed. The next thing, naps. So I don't really ever have time to take a nap. Granted, I wish I did today because I would pass smooth out. But naps. Avoid taking naps in the afternoon. And if you feel like it's absolutely necessary, then just take a quick little like nap. Jessie Lee Ward is someone I follow all the time. She's amazing. She talks about naps, and I think it was like 23 minutes or something like that, which for me, I feel like 23 minutes, there's no way I'm going to be able to take a nap 23 minutes. But find what your power minutes are. Take a nap for that long, and then make yourself get up. I try not to take naps because I'm really bad about it. If I lay down for 30 minutes and I set a timer, I'm snoozing it for another 30 or an hour. So I just try not to take naps because it ends up making me less productive than I would have had I not taken a nap. Another thing, let's see, I have a whole list of them I had put together for everybody. Okay, so wind down with a calming activity. I already talked about electronic curfews, but instead of reading, like I know a lot of people like to read. I like to read before bed. I don't always do it before bed. I've gotten to where I've been doing it in the mornings because it gets my mind thinking the right way for the day. But instead of reading before bed on a tablet or a Kindle or whatever you use, a device, use printed paper, printed information. Just because watching that TV or having that technology or the blue light, I think is what if I remember right, that's what's called. The light that comes from the electronics causes your brain to keep stimulation going. If you do more of a paper copy, you're not going to have that problem as much. And then a couple other things that you can do for like a winding down technique would be deep breathing for relaxation. So just practice your deep breathing. Focus on doing different deep breathing techniques before you go to bed. That just helps with meditation and relaxation. And then the other one is going to be progressive muscle relaxation. So I'm super sore right now. I posted about it today because I've been working out. I'm super sore. So focus on some sort of muscle in your body and focus on relaxing that muscle. Like right now, I probably need to focus on relaxing. Currently, I'm sitting crisscrossed in this chair. Probably not the best way to have my muscles and putting strain on my knees, but it's okay. That's my favorite way to sit. So anyways, I think that's all I have for you today as far as sleeping techniques. Had to go back through my list real quick, but that's all I have for you today as far as sleeping techniques. If you do all of these things and you are still having issues trying to sleep, You probably need to go see your doctor. You may have some sort of a sleep disorder going on. But before you do so, make sure you get with me and we can make sure you got all your life coverage in place, because something like a sleep routine or having to be on a CPAP machine could cause your rates to go up higher than what they are. So that's just my helpful extra added value tip for the day to add into my life. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed my Wellness Wednesday. Again, I'm the teacher of finances. I'm here to add value to you in all different types of ways and areas of your life. And if you joined in to watch today, thank you. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys later. Have a good afternoon.